on 1 second, Hakim. You know, I had a little trouble with this yesterday. Just this live platform, Streamlabs, enable you to screen record and you're live. I've just, tried it out. We are live, man. Hey, man. With that being said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Special salutations to the hope of your leg, by Yahweh, the house of David, and to the scattered Israelites scattered across the four corners of the globe. Is the brother Rob Shapat from the Shepherds of Berea Camp. Shalom to the priests and the elders of Shepherds of Berea Camp. Love you, brothers. Love you, Akim. Hey, man. You see the title. I wanted to tackle this again. Yes, today, as I said yesterday, just wanted to give it a day to see any updates and any effects if Biden wasn't going to step in, but let's wait, let's see. Biden could step in maybe in a week or two. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? But we all know biblical prophecy. So this is why the Most High raised up His prophets in order to edify the elect out there, the hopeful elect out there. Listen, these are the times that we're in. I'm gonna keep mentioning that dude, Griffin. You see, Griffin said, "Listen, man, fuck the NBA, man. I don't want to play in the NBA." There's a dude that made it to the NBA, second year, and he like, I don't even want to play. He got to be seeing what's going on in the world and says, obviously, I need some form of protection, some insurance, But he's in the wrong insurance. But hey, if the Lord is dealing with him, the Lord is gonna lead His flock to the truth, But let's get into it, man. I just got a couple of videos and a couple of articles, but let's just go back on some history real quick on the demands that these port workers actually wanted, right? So this is what they actually wanted, right? Let me see. So that, which it happened, right? The strike happened, right? It's basically, some notes I put down says, when the contract between the International Longshoremen's Association and the United States Maritime Alliance expires, right? Port employees have exchanged new contract offers with the International Longshoremen's Association, including nearly 50% wage increase, triple employer contributions to union retirement plans, strengthening healthcare options, and retain current language around automation and semi-automation, right? So they wanted a better contract, right? So what happened is they offered them 50%, and this dude is saying no. And when you see this dude, see one thing about Esau, which I don't know if he appears to be Esau, right? But the guy Longshoreman, the owner. He's like, listen, you guys are cutting me out of the bag. Y'all got the bag. Esau, you got the bag, and I'm eating mine. I need the bag as well. Allegedly, if he is, like I said, right? But so far, he appears to be one. But he's like, I need a bag, so I'm going on strike. I'm going to go on strike. I'm going to cause total mayhem. But spiritually mature, what's sparking that is because the Most High is putting the spirit in him in order to do that, because this is going to bring the economy down. It's going to crash the economy. It's going to cause total chaos within the cities, and it's going to cause mayhem, right? It's going to cause mayhem with the lack of bread, the lack of food, right? So you're going to start seeing that beast mentality, that savage mode amongst individuals, right? So they denying the 50% wages, and these guys don't want to get replaced by automated machines. They're like, hell no, y'all replacing us with robots and AIs. Fuck that. We don't want none of that. But Esau's like, listen, these AIs and these robots, they don't get sick. They don't have to take a lunch break. They don't have to get married and go on vacation, run these niggas all day. We don't need you. But ultimately, this is what this devil wants to do, right? With many different jobs. You can see many different jobs have lost a numerous amount of workers because they've been replaced by robotics, right? But let's go on. It says, and another thing for you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you need to understand that this is not your fight. Stop trying to fight with the union. Take your butt to work, get your check, But you're not. You're gonna follow along like little puppets. But anybody that's in the faith, do not follow these puppets. Why? Because it don't matter. It don't matter if they give you the 77% wage increase. This place is still going downhill. It doesn't matter, right? So what's the point if this place is still going to be destroyed? This is not your rest. You know what? Before we continue, let's get that scripture. Let's start. I like that. I like that. I like that. This is Micah 2:10. All right, famous one. Right, arise ye and depart. Apartheid. Right, depart. For this is not your rest. You're not gonna sit back, kick back, keep your foot up, be all happy, stack up your bank account, live comfortable. That's not gonna happen. You are in hell. You meant to catch hell. You under your oppressors. How is your oppressor supposed to look at you as he's oppressing you and say, I do what I want to do? That's his mindset. Oh, you want to go on strike? But he can't be the devil like he was back then because of all these laws and things that he put in place, and him trying to show himself as if he's a suitable man and he's not really a bloodshedder. You know, he really would just want to kick your teeth in, boom, get your ass back on the line until these robots replace you. But listen, it's not your rest because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. Lord willing, the next video I can do showing you Amalek and how many things he has his hands into. So whether it's slavery, whether it's a secretary of state of this, secretary of security of that, food industry, he has his hand in everything, and everything is polluted. Everything he has done for his agenda, his will, and only for his purpose. All right, but it's polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. So you don't mentally put yourself attached to this world. Get ready to be a pilgrim. Get ready to detach. Right? Let me go back to my notes. It says they also plan to strengthening healthcare options, right? Retain current language around automation and semi-automation. The ILA, right? That's the Longshore Association, right? Earlier rejected the employee's offer, but slightly lowered its demand for a 77% wage increase over 6 years. President Biden has the option to intervene under the 1942 Taft-Hartley Act, seeking a court order for a 90-day cooling off period to suspend the strike. He had the chance to do this already. He didn't do it, right? We're in day 2 of it, right? He said that he wouldn't intervene in this. I guess he's so-called pro-union, right? I guess that's how you get their votes. Right? Potential impact. The strike would affect 36 ports handling about half of the U.S. ocean ports, potentially costing the economy $5 billion daily. America is $35 trillion in debt. You think they can take a $5 billion hit daily? No. This is the worst time for this to even happen to them, but there's nothing they can do about it. The Most High has this in play. We keep warning you guys that this is biblical prophecy. You guys are being distracted by the way Esau has painted the city up with certain cars and buildings and street lights, not as if he didn't construct it as a kingdom, because everything you know of a kingdom is castle movies and Lord of the Rings, and so you guys don't understand that we are living in, this is a kingdom, this is an empire that's getting ready to fall, right? It says industries impacted include pharmaceutical, healthcare, vehicle machinery, and we're going to listen to Longhorn break that down, right? And you know what? And that's what Esau, he gonna go on strike. He gonna be like, listen, man, I ain't with that. A lot of you dudes, man, Jake, right? The NBA, man, when they, I don't know what's in you guys' contract, if you can go on strike, if you can't, but, apparently, Colin Kaepernick, he's the only one that really You're like, yo, listen, I ain't doing that. Taking the knee. A lot of you dudes don't really realize how much money you would have impacted them going on strike on the NBA season. How many people bought season tickets, and how many restaurants rely on the arena and the traffic that it brings through, right? But for you to get, hey, listen, we don't want to just get paid. Yes, you're giving, I watched an interview with Mark Cuban with Shannon Sharp talking about, in the future, NBA players are going to start making more money than the owners, as far as like, not have more money. He said that, not have more money than me, that's just what I have, but make that in the future they could possibly make billions of dollars. The reason why you're going to make billions of dollars is because you're going to have to pay them more. If this economy is still going, you're going to have to pay them more money of Federal Reserve notes, because it's not worth anything. Don't be confused. Don't be fooled the fact that a contract goes from $100,000 to $500,000 to $700,000 to $1 billion, right? It just means that you guys, it just means that the economy, the dollar, the value, and you need more of that fiat currency in order to pay somebody for their services. It shows you that there is no value in that dollar. That's just what it means. Oh, wow, you get so much money, so much of a big contract. No, that means that I need to print more of this to give you, because that $100,000 with hyperinflation and the way the economy is going, it's not enough. Food is going up, rent going up, prices is going up. So you gonna need the 3 years, 4 years, 5 year contract, $750 million. These big contracts you see these guys getting, it's just because it shows you more proof that the economy is crashing. But back to the point, you dudes is not trying to, hey man, we're not playing. We want ownership. We want stockholders into this this team that I'm helping build. But Jake is a homeborn. Jake is a slave. Jake is a slave. Let me get that real quick. This is Jeremiah 2:14. It says, "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?" Right? So that's the mindset that Jake has in this society. They spoil you. They spoil you. They think that they're living it up. Chaos is breaking loose, but you're gonna see the chicks with the new BMs and the new Benzes and the new bags and the new designer clothes. Hey, I want to showcase, listen, with all the chaos, I'm still living it up. Stamps. Look at my stamps. I'm traveling here, traveling in there, right? Let's continue on the notes. It says, let me see where I'm at. Right, so it says fabricated steel. This is the things that could be impacted. Fabricated steel, precision instruments, retail goods may be affected due to importers stocking inventories in anticipation of the strike. Now, let me see. The strike happened already, right? So let's see, for example, right? 1 to 3 weeks initially impacts the supply chain and inventory. 1 to 3 weeks instantly. Supply chain and inventory, cars, metals, equipment, nurse equipment, the things that people need, right? Construction workers, the things that they need, right? And also, you're gonna have people that's gonna be like, yo, listen, I ain't with this. They're gonna chill out of work, which is gonna cause conflict and chaos within those ports. If you have people striking, and you have people that's like, yo, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to, knowing that, hey, y'all asses is gonna eventually get back to work, and eventually the niggas that went on strike, y'all gonna get fired. I'm gonna try to save my seat so I can still be here. You have individuals like that when it comes to strikes, man. I'm telling you, all right? They always try to be under each soul's ass. Hey, you had it in the movie Nat Turner. You had that one little dude that just was like, hey, man, F that. I'm a snitch on the whole operation, But I'll get back to the notes. I just want to start off with this clip right here. Right? I want you guys to listen to this.
The International Longshoremen's Association represents at least 25,000 workers at these ports. They're at an impasse over a new 6-year contract. They want higher wages and less automation. The union boss in recent weeks defiant.
These companies are making billions of dollars. They should take us along.
Port officials preparing for a shutdown at midnight on Monday.
All activity in the Port of New York and New Jersey with regards to containerized cargo and automobile cargo will cease.
The United States Maritime Alliance, representing shippers and ports, blamed the union's, quote, repeated refusal to come to the table and bargain. A strike could cost up to $4.5 billion a day. Everything from canned goods and chocolate, car parts and electronics move through these ports. Some of the biggest retailers import goods here, like Walmart, Samsung, and Home Depot. George Berry owns a small trucking business and hauls shipping containers at the Port of Virginia. It's actually something that touches every grocery store cart, right, and every family budget if you really game it out.
100%. We're looking at the possibility of empty store shelves. We're looking at the possibility of homes stop being built because there's lumber needed, there's steel needed.
The president has the power to break a strike, but right now the White House says he is not considering doing that.
He's like, nah, let's listen to this guy.
These people today don't know what a strike is. When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are. Now I have the president screaming at me, I'm putting a tariff holiday on you. Go ahead. Tariff holiday means I have to go back to work for 90 days. That's a cooling off period. Do you think when I go back for 90 days, those men are going to go to work on that pier? It's going to cost the companies money to pay their salaries. Well, it went from 30 moves an hour maybe to 8. They're going to be like this. Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. And to today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you, and you have no idea what that means. Nobody does. These people today don't know what a strike is.
All right, so you heard it. You heard it out of this dude's mouth, man. You see how you see how proudful he is. He's like, listen, I'm gonna cripple you. But what does that sound like? It sounds like the merchants. Hey, that's what's gonna happen to America in general, right? The strike, what's going on is they can't bring in their goods, and who knows? It could probably spark. It probably could spark strikes amongst foreigners. You know, India, China. Whoever is bringing in goods, them workers might be like, listen, man, we want the smoke too. We're going on strike. Who knows? But we know that one thing that we do know is that the famine is coming. There's going to be a famine. But let me get that scripture, because what does this sound like, right? Because ultimately, this is going to lead to the MOTB, right? Because the economy going to go down, and they're going to have to come in as if they're healing the economy. And whoever takes that mark, this place is going to be ultimately burnt with fire. But let's see about the merchants, man, because what it's going to cause is, I'm speaking on the end goal, right? Revelations 18 and 11, it says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise anymore. Right? That's what it sounds like, right? This is like the Lord is giving us a quick example of how, them going on strike and them not being able to bring the merchants merchandise in here, which is ultimately going to affect America, which when it does, America is going to try to bring order out of chaos and implement this new monetary system, the mark of the beast, right? That RFID microchip, right? All right. And in YouTube, once again, we have to say this is for educational purposes only. I am not enticing a strike. I am not. This is fair use, fair use, fair use. All right, but eventually, what's going to happen is on a larger scale, once the Most High destroys Babylon, Babylon is going to be on strike forever. Babylon is going to be on strike forever because it was the number one whore. It's the number one thought to getting these consumer goods from the merchants. So you so now you're seeing that the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Verse 12, and the merchandise of gold, silver, precious stones, and pearls, and fine linen, and purple, and silk, and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manners of ivory, and all manners of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and of iron, and of marble, right? Verse 13, and of cinnamon, and of odor, and of ointments, and of frankincense, and of wine, and of oil, and of fine flour, and of wheat, and of brass, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and the souls of men, right? Talking about sex trafficking and trafficking individuals. This is what America has continuously has done, right? And the fruits and that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. And the merchants of these which were made rich by her shall stand afar off. This is verse 15. Shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. Verse 16, saying, at last, that great city that was clothed with fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones of pearls. Right? This is how America is looked at. This is why America sit back in the Israeli war with Hezbollah and the Gaza. Hey, ceasefire, guys. Ceasefire. But let me fund you guys. Here's more weapons. Ukraine, here's more weapons. Why? Trying to make money. Trying to use the war in order to get monetary gain, right? This is what the devil does, right? It says, precious stones and pearls. Verse 17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to none. And every shipmaster and all the company of ships, sailors, and all many as trade by sea stood afar off. Okay, and this is how we know this place is Babylon. You can't say any other place is Babylon, because this prophecy, the merchants were mad when it was destroyed. And Babylon is more of a import. They don't export, they import their goods, right? They rely on their allies and their shipments and, you know, things of that nature. They trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust upon their head, cried, weeping, wailing, saying, at last, the great city wherein has made rich all that had ships by the sea, by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she is made desolate. All right. Rejoice over her, verse 20. For thou heaven, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets. For the Most High have avenged you on her. All right. We're not going to. This is war. This is war. Lebanese, they're using you guys as shields, and we're not going to take matters into our own hand. We're going to wait for Yahweh Shem Yahushua that's going to avenge us. Right? Thus saith the Bible. This is how we know that they're not the children of, the Most High. But let me go back to my notes real quick. Let me see if I had another video real quick. No, not yet. Let me go back to my notes real quick. I just want to read some of these notes from these articles. Let me see. It says 7 to 21 days operational backlog and congestion at ports. Remember that time where it was a bunch of just shipment there, and you go on these apps. If you were a truck driver, they was charging, hey, listen, come pick this freight up, man, 70,000. It was 30,000. They was like, we got to get this shit out and go, right? But we all understand the scriptures and the prophecy that's going to happen, right? So apparently this is still going to See, the Most High is shortening the days, and the Lord is penetrating the economy even more with this. We're already $35 trillion in debt, but this is going to even more, right? Right. It says, keep in mind that the situation is fluid and negotiations are ongoing. Now that's notes from before. Let me see. Some more information. A strike by 45,000 dock workers at East and Gulf Coast ports is almost certain to begin midnight tonight, which this notes I had from yesterday, which it did begin, right? With International Longshoremen's Association and United States Maritime Alliance unable to reach an agreement, the ILA is demanding higher wages and a total ban on automation and cranes, gates, and containers, moving trucks. Right? They don't want those. They know that this is going to replace them. Let me skip past these notes. I read some of that already. Retail goods stocked up, prolonged distribution. Now let's look at this. Right, the International Longshoremen's Association is demanding a total ban on automation in cranes, gates, containers because they believe it will lead to job losses and undermine workers' wages, benefits. The union's president, Harul Deggett, emphasizes that automation threatens the livelihood of longshoremen who have historically performed these jobs. This is truly an Edomite. You don't care about these people. What you're really mad about is the fact that during COVID, and you had a lot of workers that still was working in a lot of essential areas in America, whether it's sanitation, whether it was liquor stores were still open, so that was considered essential. All right, equipment for law enforcement, they were open. Fire department, they were open. Napkins and food stores and herbalist stores, right? You guys, they were still working, and the market and the prices, a lot of people spiked their prices up. And what happened was, he feels like we didn't get no money from that. Why we didn't get PC of the extra billions and billions of dollars that you guys made during that hit while we were still working? We didn't get PC that, and that's what these devils, they do wrong to themselves. What makes you think you're gonna do right to you, right? Let me get a preset. What makes you think they're gonna do right to you? They do wrong to themselves, right? This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. They do unrighteous decrees all the time, and they even do it to their own. So you think they're really gonna help you out? You really think they're going to help you scale in this society? No. They're going to use you and then throw you out the window once they're done with you. Verse 2, to turn aside to the needy, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And this is what Esau does. This is his characteristics, right? And you guys get mad. Where you at, Vocab? Where's Vocab Malone at? Why are you not speaking on what Amalek is doing out there in the Middle East? He's justifying, like Elder Yashawamba made in his video, that he's bringing out scriptures saying that he's supposed to make war with Amalek, insinuating that they're Amalek and he's Israel. But he's using the scriptures for his actions. We use the scriptures and we bring out biblical prophecy on why we should be on the highways and byways, and how Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is only come to deliver the nation of Israel. And you running up on camps and you mad at that, saying, "Oh, you guys are justifying not liking the Edomites and this and that. You're using the scriptures out of context." Is Ben not a Jew using the scripture out of context of why he's letting off on the Gaza Strip and on Hezbollah, and has eliminated all of those leaders? Come on now, you guys are hypocrites, right? But it says, verse 3, and what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation, which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? And that's what's happening. The Lord the Lord has lit that. You know, the scale is turned. You know, the time is running out. You know, Lord lit, the light is lit. You know, a desolation is coming. It's coming. Desolation is watching for you. Hey, let me get this scripture. I like this scripture right here. See, desolation is coming for you. Let me see this right here. This is Ezekiel 7, and let me see. I'm gonna start at 5. Thus saith the Lord God, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. They on their way. They here. They packed up. Evil is coming. Evil just stored up. They've been practicing their whole life. They've been ready. Evil has been practicing for destruction. Evil, it's like that. Oh yeah. Another catastrophic event. I remember reminiscing. Evil is sitting back. I remember I flooded the earth. I flooded the whole earth, and death is like we was going crazy when we flooded the earth. Fire and brimstone. We threw fire and brimstone down, wiped out people. All right. Hey, the sea, the Nile River turned into blood, and we plagued it with pestilence, and all animals and freaky frogs and locusts ate up everything. Famine came through. Evil was like, yo, we on our way, next destination, Babylon. That's what evil is doing. It's on. The GPS is set. They put it in. They starting to navigate towards this direction, man. Like the Lord said, right? It says, an end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. The end is like, yo, finally here. What's up? You know, and this is what we trying to warn you Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You guys need to come up out of that ideology, things that you're worshiping. They're not comforting you. They're not telling you about scripture, right? They've been lying to you. You guys been following the doctrines of men, right? It doesn't line up with biblical prophecy, right? Yeah, that was it on that. I just wanted to grab those scriptures. I'm gonna go back to my notes, and then we just look up some videos, and you see what's going on, right? And I got some videos about the economy too as well. Just let me see what else. Some more information I had down. Yeah, so Harold Daggett, which I believe is that's the union's president, guy I was speaking, emphasizes that automation threatens the livelihood of longshoremen who have historically performed these jobs. Verse, I said verse. You're so used to saying verse, right? In fact, in 2022, study found that automation has partially automated terminals in Los Angeles and Long Beach, resulting in 572 job losses annually. That's what automation has done. It has already been kicking ass, and that's Esau's plan. Get rid of everybody. Just leave me. KSD, kill, steal, destroy, self-destruction. This is what Esau wants to do, right? It says, automation become widespread. It will displace human workers, especially considering the significant profit made by shipping companies during the pandemic. Whoa, hold on. We had these automations and we had a few workers and we was getting crazy. The numbers were skyrocket. This man is a data freak. He's infatuated with the data. He don't care about life, right? It says, however, some experts argue that automation could actually augment the functions of human workers, making ports more efficient and competitive globally. So now they're like, listen, we got automation. I know Esau's dream, he wishes he could probably export out to make even more money, but he's like, listen, if we get this automation, these other companies, we get a patent on these, man. They can't use this automation without us getting paid. You know these devils, man. They're paper gangsters. They put everything down. The Lord ain't coming. The Lord got everything already patented on the paper, man. There's the Holy Scriptures, all right? The Holy Scriptures. And the Lord is getting ready. Is coming back with the hammer, you know? That's the times that we in. It says, where we at? Right, 252 jobs, right? Oh, let me go back up real quick. I missed this part. It says the ILA is concerned that the automations become widespread. It will displace human workers, especially considering this. I read that already during the pandemic. It says it will make them more competitive, right, globally. It says they point out that the U.S. ports trail behind Asian and European counterparts in automation, which could impact their ability to attract business. Hey, listen, man, get this shit off my shit, man. What the hell? What do you mean this dude just fell off the crank and he hurt himself? Now you don't have no replacement. What do you mean he's learning and you're training him? I gotta go back over there to goddamn the Greenlands. I gotta go over there to Alaska. I gotta go over here to Turkey, man. I don't got time to be waiting for your goddamn workers, man. Where the goddamn machines at? And you see, China has developed a whole automation machine that can build a whole complex, just doop way quicker than the workers can, you know. So they all about competition and things of that nature. So they're not biting. They're like, what? You want 77% wage and you want us to get rid of the automation? Who niggas think y'all are? You know what? These migrants that came in, hey, I got 45,000 replacement migrants now. Venezuela, Mexico, Haiti, those fleeing Ukraine, more people fleeing Gaza and Hezbollah, Lebanese, Israel. Hey, don't matter. Hey, migrants, come in. Train y'all niggas to be replaced. Learn this job. Y'all learn it now, and then we eventually gonna replace you niggas. That's what's gonna happen. That's Esau's mindset though. He don't care, right? It says, where is that? Yeah, it says the ILA stance on automation is a key point of contention in their contract negotiations with the United States Maritime Alliance. It says which represents port employees. See, they represent the port employees. The union is seeking significantly higher wages, better benefits, in addition to the ban of automations. That's in addition. You guys is trying to ban automations. So come on, man. You like, yo, y'all niggas is out of y'all mind, right? Now let me get some more information, and I want to show this clip of how the economy is looking, right? Let's look at, that's just the information on where it's going, but let's look at the effects so far. I'm just going down to my notes. And which these things is gonna spark, I want to get this real quick, just hit my spirit. Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. We just spoke about how the evil days is watching and the end is watching, right? It's coming. The Lord has said, remember the creator in your youth, right? It's when you have the most energy. This is where you have more of an open mind and have not been, polluted with the traditions of men, all right, and put on so much apparel, right, in your youth, while the evil days come nigh not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right, because this is Esau's plan. Let me show you what Esau's plan is with these machines. This is one of my favorite ones. This is Isaiah 5:8. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. Esau wanted to replace everybody with robotics. Nobody could be here. Esau's plan, I always say this, which, you know, I'm going to keep insinuating this, keep saying that Esau has the mindset, right? The so-called Caucasians, these elites, they have the mindset where they want to eliminate everybody, right? Eliminate everybody, no matter how that looks, through overeating, food poisoning, eating plastic, you know, violence against one another, all right, you know, juice, ouchie fauci juices, right? Wants to eliminate you, war, and then he wants to leave nothing but his race, and eventually he'll start eliminating his race, because you got a lot of people, like the scriptures say, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So this is modern day Egypt. I mean, no, this is Egypt, America. They follow the same customs. So so when you think about it, what Esau wants is to eliminate the people that's against him as well, that's against his agenda, that feels like, I'm an American, we're going to stop this, we're going to stop that, no, this is wrong, right? Because they drunk the Babylon juice too, of really believing that they changed. You see, Esau even deceived the Edomites, even though they're devils, right? And they still have little Karen ways and things of that nature, but they have been converting to we're changed, that's my forefather, I'm not like that. They're not. A lot of them have lost their patriotic ways and their you know, racism ways. You know, they really, I'm for black people and this is wrong, I stand with Palestine, I stand with them as well. You see that going on. So Esau wants to even get rid of them guys, but the Most High put a spirit on them. I'm going to set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and this is why you have many different platforms exposing this devil. You had Snowden. What did Snowden do? He exposed this devil in the fact that he was recording you through your camera, through your laptop, to whatever device he was illegally recording you and storing up data, right? So Esau eventually, he wants to get rid of all of them guys as well. Then there's going to be just the elites left. And there's going to be no more death and destruction to do, because it says he shall not be satisfied with blood. He's going to look at one another. That's what happened. That's what the Lord said. If have not shortened the days, no flesh shall be. It's going to be no flesh. Esau would eliminate every last elite to the one last Edomite is there. Then he'll create a magical, he'll let the robotics that's there create some type of poison to kill him. And just he'll leave his mindset within a whole algorithm of robotics. Watch that new Matrix movie, the last one. It's very deep, you know. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, they want to be left in the midst of the earth till there's nobody left, you know, but them. Let me go back to Ecclesiastes 12. It says, verse 4 says, I'm jumping to 4. No, I'm going to jump to 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease, because they are few. And we're seeing examples of that with the port strike, right? The grinding is season. It's going to cease. If this goes on 2-3 months, right, you're going to see a dramatic change. The inner city is not going to see that yet, and you're not going to feel the effects yet. America has prepared for strikes like this in different companies of backstories. So they have a lot of backstories that they're going to still be able to give out and pour out to see how far these workers are going to go, right? Esau prepares for things like this because Esau knows prophecy of famine. He knows sedition among men. He knows these things, right? So Esau just prepares for these type of events, which is not going to last too long, right? But and also it's going to cause a panic. There's going to be a panic where people is going to want to run into supermarkets and a panic shop, basically. Store. Really, you're making yourself a prey for those that's not storing, that's watching. Okay, I see. Okay, Miss Riley. Okay, all right. They got it in the basement right there. Boom. That's what you're doing. But it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low, right? The grinding is going to cease, daughters of music brought low. Ain't going to be none of this. Get it sexy. You know, none of that shit going on, man. It's going to be cold shoulder. There's gonna be evilness. It's going to expand. You know. It says verse 5. Also, when they shall be afraid which of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goes to his long home, and mourners go about the streets. Right? That's what's gonna happen. You know, it's gonna be mourning. It's going to be, sadness, and while we're gonna laugh, we're gonna be excited. We're like, people, oh, you guys are bugged out. You guys, don't you know you guys live in America? Why would you want this? It's going to affect you and your families as well. You're so negative. Don't you understand that this is our departure? This is the beginning. It has been the beginning of our departure since Yahweh Shem Yahushua said the kingdom is at hand. Since Yahweh Shem Yahushua died on that cross, right? Since he was even born, right? They've been trying to eliminate him, right? It has been our departure. Let me go back to some of these notes real quick. It says the 45,000, right, dock workers along the East and Gulf Coast who are demanding better pay and benefits. International Longshoremen Association seeking a 77% pay raise over 6 years, which the United States Maritime Alliance has offered a 50 raise. Right now, let's look at some of the effect of the strike so far. Delays and backlogs. The strikes has caused massive backlogs of cargo containers at ports, with hundreds and thousands of containers remaining unpacked. That's what's happening right now. Economic impact. The strike is estimated to cost the U.S. economy $3.8 billion to $4.5 billion per day. So they just got hit with that. Supply chain disruptions. The strike is affecting the import and export of goods, including automobiles, electronics, food, right, and etc. Hey, job losses, because a lot of people are going to get laid off. There's going to be nothing to do. There's going to be no freight for you truck drivers. And you watch this dude. He's a truck driver. He looked as sad as hell. He's like, damn, man, like, this is affecting me. I got a direct contract with the ports, and I'm not going to be able to, feed my family, right? And that's why you got to trust on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, man shall not live on bread alone. Right, the strike may lead to job losses in industries that rely heavily on imported components. Impact on consumers, storages. Consumers may face storages of certain goods, including bananas, which are apparently imported through the East Coast ports. Pay increases. The strike will lead to higher prices for imported goods. Right, so it's gonna be people that's gonna be like, hey, listen, high prices. Hey, and we got the month of Thanksgiving coming. Hey, Lord willing, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this go even past Thanksgiving, right? Ain't gonna be no damn turkeys, man. Shopping, holiday shopping. The strike may impact holiday shopping as retailers may not receive goods in time, right? Government response. No intervention. The Biden administration has declined to intervene in the strike, citing collective bargaining rights. The strike duration is uncertain, but its impact will only worsen within time as the situation unfolds. It is essential to stay informed about the latest developments. Right now, let me see if any more information I had right here. Okay, we read that already. Read that. We got that already. Right, we got that as well. So you got other people that was, they didn't go on strike, but Amazon had a lawsuit. Hertz Global narrowly avoided a strike by reaching an tentative agreement. This shows labor tensions are running high across various industries, right? I'm gonna read this that I had. It says Amazon workers haven't gone on strike due to the port strike, right? But I seen a video of them striking. I don't know if that was old or recent. I was trying to find a recent article. I haven't found it. But I did see a video about it. That must have been an old video, but it says there haven't been some significant development. A federal judge in Texas recently ruled to transfer Amazon's lawsuit against the NLRB to Washington, D.C., which is a notable move. The lawsuit stems from Amazon's dispute with the NLRB over union election at their JFK 8 warehouse in New York. However, it's worth mentioning that the Teamsters, right, a union representative worker at Hertz Global, narrowly avoided a strike by reaching a tentative agreement. This shows that labor tensions are running high across various industries. So everybody's gonna look at this as influence. It's the same thing like when 1804, when the Haitians revolted against the French, Napoleon and them, right, led by Toussaint and Boukman, and they defeated those devils. And when they defeated those devils, it could have sparked a worldwide rebellion against those Edomites. So what did Abraham Lincoln do when in a proclamation, whatever, as if he ended slavery because he cared? No, he said, let's bring these guys in as a delusional slave. They don't know they're slaves. They'll be working. We'll give them a little but hey, listen, we don't want a worldwide rebellion, right? And that's what he did. You can look that up. Let me see. It says, while Amazon workers haven't joined the strike, the company is facing its own labor issues. The NLRB has accused Apple of unlawful work space rules, which may have implications of Amazon's labor practices as well. So you got things like that going on, right? Now I just want to go on YouTube real quick.